myths. Like what is, maybe one or two of the top myths that you just wish would die and go away? Like people bring to you these health myths or things that just flat out aren't true. Like what does anything come to mind when I ask you that question?
The first thing that came to mind really was intermittent fasting, because I have for a long time. The trend is kind of dying down a little bit, but there was a while where it's like this is the bee's knees. Everybody needs to intermittent fast, and I think like especially for some people, particularly women, actually, it tends to not always, but it tends to be. Um, it can actually be harmful in the sense that it's not beneficial for your hormones. You might add more stress to your body that way. You might be more ravenous later on and actually eat more. But in the end, it really just comes down to daily calories. So why are we stressing or trying to force ourselves into something? If you're the person that gets up in the morning, really isn't hungry, and gets in all their protein and so on later on in the day, that's cool. Do the intermittent fasting. If you're a person who's like forcing themselves to do intermittent fasting, even though you're almost shaky and you can't focus, don't do it. The other thing, obviously, carbs. Also, I hear the same thing or have heard the same thing. Like carbs are inherently fatting. You can't have carbs. You need to cut carbs in order to lose weight. Same thing. In the end, it comes down to total daily calories. Do whatever you can stick with the best and whatever feels easiest for you. If you're someone who loves carbs, why cut out all the carbs? Like I was miserable when I thought I wasn't allowed to have fruit or rice or bread. My body runs really, really well on carbs. I love it. Not saying I don't have any healthy fats, but I'm definitely more carb inclined than not. And likewise, if you're someone who's like, I love a ton of salmon, I really couldn't care less about carbs, then, base your food more towards that. So it's really about finding what works for you. Those are probably the two biggest ones that come to mind.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Well,